Namaste. Myself, Dr. Megha Sharma. I am a MD and DMD in pathology, and I am currently working in an ICMR approved COVID testing lab in Maharashtra. So, this video is about COVID antibody testing. Currently, we have got a lot of praisings for doing this COVID testing in our lab, and as a doctor, I am getting a lot of queries from patients that what is the difference between these different type of tests which are available in the laboratories, like the antigen testing based upon the rapid diagnostic kits, the antigen testing based upon the molecular testing, and the antibody testing. So I have prepared a few videos which will focus upon all these kind of testings, but this video is particularly about antibody testing. So first I would like to tell you a little bit about COVID virus, the COVID-19 virus that has come in India in 2020. So this virus started from Wuhan, China in 2019. There were few cases that were reported as the cases of pneumonia, and that's how we came to know about COVID. Basically, COVID-19 belongs to a family of beta coronaviruses, which has got 6 types of coronaviruses. We were familiar with these kind of 6 viruses, out of which SARS and MERS are well-known viruses that have caused a global threat in the past. Currently, we are dealing with COVID-19, which is called as novel COVID. It is called novel because it is completely a new virus, and we had no clue about this virus because of its different genetic structure, its different characteristics. This is a completely new virus to all of us. So let's begin with the antibody testing which is there for this particular virus in the lab. So we were discussing about the rapid antibody test. What are antibodies? Antibodies are basically nothing. These are some proteinaceous compounds that are developed in your body in response to any infection. You must have heard in your school time that there is some antigen antibody reaction. What are these antigens? Antigens are basically these infectious agents which are entering into our body, and antibodies are these protein compounds which are produced by the fighter cells of the body in response to these antigens. So there occurs an antigen and antibody reaction, which is a kind of fighting reaction in which our antibodies are trying to protect us against these kind of infections. So to add much to it, there are 2 types of antibodies. There is an IgM type of antibody and there is an IgG type of antibody. So what is an IgM body and what is an IgG body? IgM body is actually produced in the early phase of infection, that is called as an acute phase of an infection. So in most of the infection, if the patient is developing IgM antibody, we said that the patient is in active phase, in an acute phase, in an infective phase. And when the patient starts developing an IgG antibody, it happens in the later course of the infection. That's why we call that the patient has entered into a chronic phase. So normally in infection, having an IgM means that you are in an active phase of infection, and IgG means that you are in a chronic phase of infection. But however, in case of COVID-19, both IgM and IgG antibody appear in your blood in almost same time. That's why it is recommended that you should go for a total antibody test and not only a IgM or IgG specific antibody test. So mark my words, a total antibody test is the requirement, because the appearance of these antibodies in your blood happens from 5th day of infection to 3rd week of infection. And both the antibodies, since both of them are arriving at almost the same time, it is important to go for a total antibody test. Then the next question comes that who are the people who should go for this antibody testing? Basically, if you have been diagnosed for COVID-19 at any point of time, you have to undergo antibody testing in order to see whether your body has started producing antibodies, because it is a reflector of your immunity. You have started developing an immune response to that antigen. So it is very important for the people who have tested COVID-19 positive that they have to undergo a COVID-19 test in order to see the levels of their antibodies. However, apart from this, by checking their antibody levels, if some of the patients are developing good antibodies, they can be a good convalescent plasma donor for other high-risk people. They can donate their plasma to the patients who are not able to produce these antibodies because of their low immunity, and they can be a great support system to the society. So apart from this, like checking your immune status, helping others, the other thing is that when we will be incorporated with the vaccine in our country, then after the infusion of that vaccine into the entire population, we can check our antibody levels, that whether that vaccine has affected us or not. If that vaccine is effective enough, then our body will start producing antibodies, and we won't be getting this infection any other time after this. Apart from this, I would like to bring in one scenario that if you had no idea that whether you were in contact with a COVID positive patient and you had COVID, and now you went for the antibody testing and you start getting those antibodies in your blood, it just means that you had a recent exposure with an antibody with a COVID positive patient, and now your body has started developing antibodies. So it is a good sign that your body is developing antibodies. It's not a bad sign. It's a good sign that your body is developing antibodies. And if you had no idea that you had a contact with a COVID positive patient, it's better that you go for a confirmatory test, which is RT-PCR for COVID antigen testing. Because let me tell you that if your antibodies have started coming in your blood, it doesn't mean that you cannot be a shedder. You can still shed those viruses a week after the development of these antibodies. So it is very important that when you get an antibody test positive and you don't have any history of COVID-19, then you must go for an RT-PCR in order to confirm that whether your body is still having that infection or it has failed. Another commonly asked question is that I have started developing these antibodies. Now, does that mean that I am protective against COVID and I will not get this virus again? It's not like that. You have to take the necessary precaution. Then also you have to wear the mask, you have to wear the gloves, you have to use the sanitizer, you have to follow the hand hygiene protocols. It doesn't mean that you will not get that infection again. You still have to practice all those measures that all other people are following, because you can still get that infection again. However, the probability of getting that infection again if you are having good antibodies in your body is very less, but it doesn't mean that you can roam around openly in the society and you don't have to take any protective measures. So make sure that you still follow those health hygiene measures and keep yourself and the society safe. Another confusion among the mind of the people is that whether RT-PCR is better or antibody testing is better. Let me tell you, these two are very different tests. You cannot compare one with the other. However, the RT-PCR molecular testing is the gold standard test. It is the confirmatory test. If it is positive, it is 100% sure that you are having COVID-19. However, if your antibodies come positive, it does not mean that you are having COVID-19 right now. It means that you had COVID-19, but now your body has just developed immunity against that virus. You might be carrying that virus a little bit. That is why it is advisable that after getting an antibody testing, if it comes positive and you have no history of contact with a COVID-19 positive, it's better to get RT-PCR done and confirm it whether you have that virus in your body right now or not. However, the importance of this antibody testing, as I've already told, that it is telling you about your immune status, that your body has started developing antibodies against this virus. So you cannot compare the two tests. However, they are very supportive to each other. One supports the other. So in the end, I would just like to highlight a few points that I might have missed in the beginning, and these points are the major points that you should remember related to rapid antibody testing. Number one point is that rapid antibody testing is a blood test. It is not with the nasal secretion or the throat swab like RT-PCR. This is completely a blood test which will detect an antibodies in your body. Since it is a blood test, it is a rapid test. It takes lesser time as compared to the RT-PCR, which is a diagnostic test. And one more important thing is that you cannot compare RT-PCR with the antibody testing. RT-PCR will remain the gold standard. It is a confirmatory test. However, antibody testing is just to see whether your body has developed antibodies against that virus or not. Okay, so you have to confirm it with the RT-PCR if it is needed. The cost of this test depends upon it varies from lab to lab. So it is usually from 800 rupees to 1500 rupees depending upon the kind of mechanism they are using to detect those antibodies. Some use those kits like the UPT kits, in which you just add the drop of blood and you will get a positive line, and if you don't get any line, it means that it's negative. And the advanced laboratories, they use machines which specifically detect those antibodies in your blood, and they give you that exact number of antibodies which are there in your blood. So it goes like that. Depending upon the type of testing, the ranges of testing can vary. It is usually from 800 rupees to 1500 rupees. And I've already told the indications of this testing, that it just tells you about the antibodies which are there in your body. It is an immunity check for you. It is not a diagnostic test.